this just to a couple places so that we have a little bit of an audience. I have a chat box up so I can see you guys if you want to talk to me. I decided to make this unboxing a little bit more interactive so you guys can have things to say about the cards if you want. Since we're sort of social distancing, maybe an unboxing that's interactive might be more fun for you guys. Normally unboxings aren't interactive, it's just all me and my opinions. But I put up a chat box so that it could be you guys, use guys' opinions too, you know? Sorry for the bedhead and whatnot. I'm not really cleaned up. I got up this morning. Hey Deanna, how are you? I got up this morning at like late, like 8:30ish, and I sent out the forecast over on YouTube, and then I fed the dogs and took them out, and then I crawled right back in bed with them. It was so nice and warm. It's kind of a little chilly here today. It looks like the sun's gonna try and come out, but it was a little bit chilly, so I stayed in bed. I was like, screw it, I have nowhere to be. But I do need to do this unboxing so that I can have it done so that you guys can, so that, you know, I can do tomorrow's forecast with it. So we are going to share this out just to a couple of groups, and it's just basically a chance to talk and share out. Let me see, we're going to share to Lightworkers United, Spiritual Connections of the Soul, Lightworkers Live feeds. We'll just share it to a couple of places just so that we're making sure that it goes out. And then we will look at the deck just for fun, something to do, nothing major. It's just a opportunity. I don't know if I should share it to guided meditations. I'll have to ask David about that later. I'm not going to fill his group up with a bunch of stuff if he's not into it. All right, so I'll just share it to a few groups just so that we don't have an overwhelming thing. Hey, Christy Wilson. Hey, San Piseth from Cambodia. Wow, hi, Cambodia. I hope you guys are doing well over there. That's very cool. So this is the deck that won for this month, for April. And what I noticed, you know, how I normally do the forecasts, I have one tarot deck and one oracle deck, right? And this is called the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. So I'm like kind of confused because I'm like, wait, he uses tarot and oracle. John Holland, if you guys don't know who he is, the maker of this deck, he's an amazing medium and psychic. He started out with tarot cards, I believe, years and years and years ago. He's based out of the East Coast. He's really brilliant. If you ever get a chance to go meet him, talk to him, train with him, take a class with him, he's really a great guy. And so I'm excited that we're sorry about the glare from the lamp. I'm excited that we're getting to finally work with this deck. I've actually bought this deck numerous times. This is I think the third time I've bought it. One time I lost a copy of this deck, and then the other time when I took it to Mexico, because of the humidity, all the cards got stuck together. Gross. It wasn't even in a good way. It was just gross. So this is the third time purchasing this deck. Third time works like a charm, they say. So hi, Philly Ryan English. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for coming in. We're just doing an unboxing, guys. We're just going to look at the cards and look at the deck. This will be the deck that I'll be creating tomorrow's forecast with later this afternoon. So hi, Mary Beth Monahan. Welcome. From Tennessee. Very cool. I'm not actually giving out messages, dear. I'm just doing an unboxing. Okay, so we're just going to look at this deck. So I'm going to switch cameras around so you don't have to look at my sleepy, weary face because I've been sleeping most of the day. Hey, Karen, how are you over on YouTube? So we're just going to unbox this and kind of look at the deck, see what's inside here, and get excited about the messages that we'll be able to receive from here. Well, that was what I was going to say, though. So it's called the Psychic Tarot, guys, right? But it's an oracle deck, and I'm like, wait a second. So does that mean I use another tarot deck with this, or do I use an oracle deck? I'm confused. So I'm going to ponder that over the next, you know, I don't know. I have some ideas of what I want to pair it with, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I might pair it with, I don't know. I don't know. I have some ideas, so we'll see, because I've got to create a month's worth of messages out of this deck and another. So let's see. You're feeling groovy, Karen? That's good. Thank you, Mary Beth Monahan, and thank you for hanging out. It's just something for us fun to do if you're interested in tarot cards and want to see what's inside a box that, you know, maybe you were wondering about, or why we use the cards that we do every morning. So I'm going to switch the cameras around so that you guys can see as I, well, I'll open it here. Well, let me see. How do I want to do this? me see. Oh, I didn't reset the video capture device. 1 second, please. Ha 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 ha. Actually, maybe I can use the video capture device right now, and let's see how that works. Okay, so my desk is a little dirty. Don't mind that. Got a little bit of stuff all over my desk. Dirty desk, busy mind, they say, or I say that. I don't know if that's true. Another thing, you guys, is tomorrow on my YouTube channel will be, not tomorrow, tomorrow's the 1st. The 2nd, me and Dr. Mystical Tarot are doing a collaboration, and we'll be releasing our What Did You Let Go Of in the Winter versus What Are You Creating for the Spring collaboration. Pick a card. So keep an eye out for that on our YouTube. So here's the box, guys. Let me put that damn autofocus. I really need to take it off. I'm not very good at this. Hey, Colleen Lopez, I'm glad you're excited. So this is the box. I don't like that cord there. It's just not giving me clean vibes. No cords, please. Thank you, that's better. All right, so, and then, like I said, it's a 65 deck and guidebook by John Holland. Let me move my computer out of the way a little bit. And I don't know, can you guys see my phone? Does it matter? Do you care? So I already unwrapped the plastic just because plastic is not my friend. And it comes like this, right? And there's a book inside. And I should read the back of the box to you. It says, this 65 beautifully illustrated cards in this deck will create a powerful bridge between your psychic abilities and the ancient knowledge and meanings of the tarot, and will help you to develop intuitive insights about all areas of your life, including love and relationships, business matters, and even career changes. This fascinating deck will work for you whether you're a novice or are already in tune with your psychic abilities. In the accompanying guidebook, psychic medium John Holland imparts techniques that he's practiced himself and taught in his workshops relating to colors, symbology, shapes, words, card spreads, divination, numerology, energy centers, imagination, and more. By using the cards, you'll be able to incorporate John's techniques when you do a tarot reading for yourself or others. So that's very cool. That's just what it says on the back. There's a cool sort of like sacred geometry design inside there. It's a nice quality box. And then the book is rather thick, guys. And there's quite a bit, like he changes the name of the major arcana. So if you're starting out with a deck like this, to me it's a little interesting because like sort of his card number 4, which I believe is the Emperor, he calls authority, right? So you would have to, I mean, there's certainly ways like the High Priestess is intuition, right? So he draws upon traditional tarot, and like awareness is the Magician, new beginnings is the Fool, which is the 0 card of the major arcana. I like how he does this, but for those of you that might be new to this, you may want to learn with a more traditional deck. I'm not saying not to buy this deck. You could certainly utilize it as a enhancing deck, or like an enhancement in a way. You could almost work with it with a traditional tarot. It would help to give you, like the back of the box says, an even better understanding of sort of the meanings of the traditional tarot deck that you may be working with, okay? Like 9 is Solitude. I'm imagining that's probably got to be the Hermit, which we're all kind of in right now. So that's lovely. Let's see what else is in here really quick. He has a bunch of different decks, just so you know. I have some other ones, the other 2, and I don't know if I have them unboxed. I very well may have 1 or 2 there. But he gives like a table of contents in the book and explains sort of where everything is. Then there's also what I think is really cool about this deck is it has the chakra cards. It has the 7 chakra cards. So to me, that is something that's very different. And he also includes the... Oh, there's no 10s in this deck. That's interesting. Okay. So we don't have any 10s. It only goes 1 through 9. But he does separate them out by the physical, which would be the red border, the emotions, which would be the green border. Sorry, those are my dogs. The mental, which is the indigo border, and the spirit, which is violet border. And so to me, it's funny because I would assume red would be spirit because of the element of fire, but he's going the route of violet because of the flame. So I would go, I don't know, that's just me. All right, so that's there. There's an introduction, and then what else? Let's see. He talks a little bit about the different elements: physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. And then he explains the chakra cards about them being energy centers of the body, getting started. So this it's a very, and then there's some simple spreads in here that you can do. You can do a yearly forecast. You can do a 5-card spread. He talks about psychic development, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience, color interpretation, different colors in here that he talks about, which is great. Numerological meanings. So he kind of covers a lot of stuff in here, guys. It's actually pretty cool. So let's look at the cards themselves. I'm going to switch. Let me set this right here. Okay, it has this really cool border of gold, which I love. And I love the purple back with the gold. First off, it's very, I don't know. To me, it's beautiful. I just think it's lovely. I love purple and gold. I think they're amazing colors to bring together. I don't know how well that shows up on this camera, but I think that that's really kind of cool. The cardstock feels nice. It feels a little bit on the thick side, thicker than sort of what I'm used to. And I'm going to turn the cameras one more time really quick. And let's go to the rear camera. I'm going to have to adjust this, guys. Just give me one moment. Flip vertically. Okay, that's the corner of my room where the crystals are. We need to bring this down. Hi, little angel. Oh, look, she's just peeking her little head out. This way we can get a closer up bird's eye view of the different cards. I put that feather there, guys. Don't freak out. It's not like it was just magically there. It was a feather that was in my room that I put there. So for any of you that want to take that as a sign or a symbol from your angels, you certainly can. But I put that feather there just because it was on my desk and I thought, oh, why not add it there? Okay, so, whoops. I'm just trying to adjust this because I'm German and I like everything neat and tidy, except for my laundry. Hi, Sierra. Love and light to you too, dear. Isn't it a beautiful shade of purple, Karen? Hi, Lori Mallet. How are you? Deanna says she loves her Oracle deck. That's good. And Karen says she's feeling good about this deck. I am too, Karen. I'm trying to figure out... hey, Rolanda. How are you, Andrew? Hey, Laura Gibson. This is going to be our deck. Laura says, hi, Dan. I love and use John's deck. Laura, we're using this through the month of April, so it's new to me. I can't believe it doesn't have any 10s in it, though. I'm sort of surprised. So let's look at this. So this is the Fool, which is new beginnings. I shouldn't call it the Fool, but technically this would be the Fool card, the first card of the Major Arcana. I like that actually she seems like she's walking through a door to something new, obviously new beginnings. It kind of gives you that right there. To me, this card actually feels a little bit more self-assured than, say, the Fool's Journey, where we're a little bit wide open and trying to be enthusiastic. She feels more grounded to me and knows her sense of purpose. So maybe this might actually be a really good deck for the month of April so that we can stay a little bit more grounded, and any new beginnings that do take place for us will be more grounded and centered around sort of our relationship to the planet. Oh, wow, that was like just a mini reading just out of nowhere, guys. Okay, and I'm just being a dork. I'm bored. All right, so here's the Magician, which is awareness. And ooh, is he ever aware? He's so damn aware. He has gone and put his halo vertical, people. Look at him working out of his crown chakra. He is connected to his knowing. Where is my pointer, people? Look at that beautiful knowing going up into the cosmos. And he is just working that. This is probably like sort of maybe his third eye being projected out. He is giving me a little bit of a Star Trek vibe. But hey, you know, costume parties can be fun too. So here we go with what I said was intuition, which is also referenced to the High Priestess. She's beautiful. She's at peace. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, could you hook up a Logie while Daddy's on camera, please? Good boy. All right, so I have 3 bulldogs for those of you that are new to me that are watching and don't understand why it sounds like I'm in a cigarette, ward at the hospital. It's because my bulldogs are phlegmy. Not Flemish, phlegmy. So this is the High Priestess, lots of spiritual knowledge hidden behind the door, secrecy, all of that sort of stuff. She's like kind of looking at, I don't even know what that is, like a coin with stars. It's, she's doing her thing. Fertility, which would be the Empress. Gorgeous card. I love how heart-centered she is. I love that we have this egg shape representing fertility here. We have, she's always about creativity and compassion. That sort of an energy. I'm going to take these down for a moment and just kind of Keep going. Authority, he's giving me fever. Let's just say that. This is the Emperor. We like him. I'm a little attracted to this card. I don't know why. I feel it in my nether regions, but he's kind of hot. So let's just say that. Good going, John. You picked the right art for the Emperor. Oh my god! Let me see here. We have Wisdom. I think this is the Hierophant, guys. Oh my god, I think that's John's dog, Coda. I bet you that is John's dog. I'll have to ask him next time I see him in class. Well, I'm not studying with him currently, but I have studied with him in the past. He's a wonderful man. If you guys ever get an opportunity to study with him, you should. I highly suggest it. Like, go to a weekend study course with him. You can check it out at johnholland.com. But this is his dog. He has, I think they're called West Highlands. And he has only one now. I believe he used to have two. One was named Coda. And I love that he included his dog in this card. This is Harmony. I believe this is the Lovers. Yes, card number 6 is always the Lovers. I'm a 6 life path. So watch out, bitches. I'm here to love. So he's giving me a little bit of Lord of the Rings action here, but that's okay. Right? Right? Because I a hoe. Exactly, Andrew. So, and then this is Triumph, which I believe would be the Chariot, if I'm not mistaken. It's a beautiful card. I love it. All right, so I'm going to take these down. We have Power, which would represent as strength. Solitude, which would be the Hermit. Destiny. Now, is Destiny... What is Destiny? Let me see here. Destiny. Why can I not think of... Is it the Wheel of Fortune? I think it's the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's the Wheel of Fortune, I'm pretty sure. And then we have 11. We'll stop at the master number, which is Balance, which I love this card, because you know me and angels. I dig them angels. Balance, this would be like Temperance in a traditional deck. So we're going to stop there and go through some of the... I think this is Temperance. I hope it's Temperance. I don't know. We'll see. Let me go past all of these. Major Arcana. There's the Universe. So then we'll go to... Now this is where this is going to throw me, I think, with this deck. And it will be interesting how well I do with this deck. Because the red makes me think of the element of fire. And the element of spirit. And you're supposed to utilize the borders to know which element you're working in. Red is supposed to be the element of earth, right? So we have the one of earth, I guess, which is... Oh, so he doesn't include 10s, he includes 1s? So that's the difference. So this would be probably like new beginnings, seeded ideas, partnerships with the hand there, new ideas leading to the bearing of fruit or to prosperity. But I would say that this is very much a new beginning in this realm of the material building, if that makes sense. This is interesting. This is going to be, we'll see what sort of messages come out of this deck, because this is the 2 of what would be Pentacles, if this is Earth. So for me, this would be about union, right? We see that sort of, those 2 wedding bands there, but this could also be the deepening of the union to self. I look at these colors as the colors of the chakra system, so that would be the deepening of, and the strengthening with, we're looking at the foundations, or not the foundations, but these pillars, the strengthening of that, the reflecting upon that. That's how I would view this card. It being red does throw me off a little bit, though. Okay, so that's some, what is this? This is like the 6 of Pentacles. Material and spiritual prosperity. He reminds me of that, it reminds me, I hate to say this, I don't want to, I'm not trying to make fun, but it makes me think of the Bellagio fountains in Vegas. Like I can hear, you know, Elton John music playing and seeing the music spraying back and forth. But he is experiencing prosperity, right? Material and spiritual prosperity. That's a card that we would want to see this month. And then like the 9 of Pentacles, which would be material harvest, which to me definitely speaks to that, right? I kind of miss the 10s, though. 10s to me represent like sort of completions of cycles, and with no 10s in here, he has 1s. I don't, maybe just to be different, and that's the way that it is. Okay, so let's go into the next suit. Now this is green, which is, I believe, the emotions, right? So we have the 1, which is the beginning. I guess he's starting with beginnings versus completions. So this is the 1 of, would you call it cups? I guess. I don't even know what he calls it. He just calls them by name. So this is love begins. He doesn't really give it a suit. So technically this would be like the 1 of cups. Here's the 2, which I love this card, spiritual union. Give me some of that. I think that's gorgeous, that card. Look at how they're connected at the third eye. They're both drinking from the same cup. They're surrounded in light. They have this beautiful green sort of healing emanation coming out of their like coupled crown chakras. They are connected. I love that card. That's beautiful. And it's sort of like this light is almost creating like a heart there, right? Oh, I love it. All right, let's see. 3 of Cups, which is always about rejoice and celebration. That's what he's titled this card. So it's, you know, a time to come together, maybe at 6 feet apart, but still coming together and rejoicing. No more than 5 of us, please. But have a good time. Oh, here's one we can all relate to, maybe. Not to pull it up, but discontent and boredom. But here's what I do want to say about this. Look at, we have some social distancing happening. He's in his castle. His best friend or girlfriend or loved one is in their castle, right? Over here, and they can still sort of see each other, maybe through the interwebs or over the telephone. He's a little bit bored, right? Bored and discontent, which to me, this is funny because 4s speak to stability, right? So when I think of about 4 cards, this is the 4 of what would be cups. This speaks to stability, but when he titles this discontentment and boredom, the first thing that I noticed, besides this social distancing that we have here, is I see these colors of the rainbow down here at his feet, and he's looking away this way. It's like we're not seeing all that is around us. We're not stabilizing in all the wonders